Okay, so can you hear me? Okay, if someone can just say yes, I can hear you, that would be great. I guess you can now. So anyway, we are taking a look at a couple of desktop plugins and maybe some other stuff as well, kind of related to what I want to try and do, which is recreate kind of how you can recreate that kind of vintage vibe and stuff like that. So this one here, this first one, this is called REELS and it's by AudioThing, and it simulates a couple of tape machines from back in the day, right back in the 70s. Okay, so up here, this first one, which says JP, I hope you can see that okay, but it says JP. That represents one that was made in Japan. And then we have Italy and then France. Or maybe that may be the tape type. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't really matter. Japan is the best quality, and the speed at 3.75 here would be the top quality. And then Italy here would be the lower quality again, and then France would be the lowest quality. And then the tape speed, 187 being the lowest. But I want to get into that in a moment. And then we're going to take a look at Tape MELLO. Now, if you were lucky enough to get this before Christmas, it was free, but now it's 99. I think 99 euros. It's Arturia, and it's called Tape MELLO. And what it does is basically take the engine from a Mellotron that you can apply to anything else, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. It sounds just like your Mellotron stuff does. So we'll be taking a look at that as well. So first of all, I've got to run on a few different things here to start with. We're going to try this initially. I'm just going to open this up. We're going to take a look at REELS first. I'm going to close that. So I'll open REELS on this, and it's switched off at the moment. If I switch it on, we should be able to hear some noise, but I'm going to turn it off, switch the envelope back on, turn it on. I'll explain what that does in a sec. So I've got these acoustic drums. If I just press play, just dead basic stuff from Dr. Octo Rex from Reason. No EQing or anything like that on them. Actually, we could EQ them a little bit, actually, because they are a bit wimpy if we don't EQ them. So where are we? This one. Just using Reason's standard EQ here. Better. Okay. So just run the rack back up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it basically first of all on its highest quality setting and then turn it on. So it'll be Japan 375 and everything else is turned down. Okay, so the hiss, the machine noise, everything like that. So if I turn it on, that's kind of the best quality. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'll just pin it open. So first section here is the tape section. If I pull up the hiss, now, the envelope here, if we have that switched off, you'll hear the hiss and the motor noise all the time, which is something you may want, which is how it would be back in the day, of course. If we have the envelope on, it's only going to work when the actual Jamie Nino, Dave. Hi, Joe. Hello, Joe. Spider Ice is here. Hi, Spider. I'm looking forward to your new pack. Is it for Laplace? Is it, I think? Or I think it was Laplace. Anyway, if we have the envelope on, the noise and the hiss will only come in once it's playing. And it will slowly fade out, which is very nice indeed. So let's carry on, shall we? So Japan being the highest quality, France being the lowest, and then tape speed, obviously higher tape speed, better quality, lower tape speed, lower quality. And then we can play with the harshness, the wow, the flutter, the ducking, the crosstalk, and the hiss, and the motor for the tape section. And then we have an echo section, and then we have kind of a mono. We can sum everything to mono. We can have a limiter switched on, and then we have our mix control here, so we can mix between a dry signal and a wet signal. So if we slow the tape speed down, you know, slightly lower, decrease in quality. Let's change the pattern. Harshness adds like top end, or a decrease in quality at the top end. Smudges it. We have wow and flutter. You won't really hear this on a tape, but on drums you will hear it when I play chords and stuff though. Ducking. Crosstalk, right, crosstalk. If it was a stereo tape or a multi-track tape, then you get bleed between the tape heads. That's what the crosstalk is. So let's turn the echo on. You might hear now more of the wow and flutter. There's the wet mix only for the delay. And we can sync it to the BPM. Dotted. It's really nice actually. Level of the delays. Let's turn that down really low. Let's change it. Oh, we've got this stop as well. And we can control the speed of the stop here. So this is 10 seconds. Speed up and slow down. And it's really brilliant on CPU. I don't know if you can see my DSP's hardly doing anything down here. We can sum it all to mono. We have a pre-emphasis. And then a mix. So dry mix. 100% wet. And then I'll quickly go through these as well. So, and then Italian. So different flavors of tape, of course. France being the lowest quality. It's really good. It's quite a noticeable difference when you jump from the highest quality to lowest quality. So it's really great for getting this really vintage feel going on. It really works well on a complete mix if you have your control the mix a bit better as well. So it's really nice. I think this is about €59, I think, which is a really good price for an app like this, for a plugin like this. So just messed around. We have different presets we can play with on other things. So there's that. Okay, I'm just gonna switch it off. So I'm gonna open this. Is a vintage organ sound from no, that's thingy. I'm gonna just do this. So I'm gonna open up. This time we'll open up. Oh, switch it off. I'll open it up. So here is MELLO Lo-Fi. And at the moment I have it switched on, but I have everything turned down, so no flutter, no wear. And this really does sound like so. There's the output. Then we have a filter. We can slow it down again, like. And we can choose how many bars we want, that up to a maximum of 8 bars across the, it's synchronized to the beat. So let's, I mean, this is really good. This sounds great on everything, because so does REELS. But like, if you want that kind of lo-fi mellotron sound, they've nailed it. They've nailed it with this. So let's have a listen to some of the things. Mechanics for the start off. So that will either run all the time or just as a mix as you're going. Where? So if you want to go extreme, flutter. We have wow. If you want to get seasick. So a bit of wow. Bit of flutter. Bit of wear. So I think you'll agree that the sound is great. We haven't even looked at the preamp section yet, which is also really cool. Okay, so in the preamp section we have noise. Now noise can work well with the mechanics, of course, if you've got a really knackered old mellotron. I think that's really great. So tone, we need to switch tone on. And then we'll switch that off. Drive. This is nice. It's like a, well, it overdrives it, yeah. Without really going nuts with the volume, which is also cool. So it's nice on a bass note here. Probably sound really good on your bass, Jamie. I suppose you could automate it. You could automate the flutter and that. So someone brings into your studio and I said, this mellotron's in perfect nick. It's great. It sounds amazing. Listen to this. Needs to go to the repair shop straight away. Oh no, someone's unplugged it at the wall. I really like the drive. And we have a bunch of presets. So these, what's this crappy analog tape? Oh, 1920. Yeah, definitely DJ Norman. Yeah, you could definitely just use a little bit of the drive as a saturator. If you had everything else turned off, no wow, no flutter, anything like this. We switch the tone off, turn the noise down, and let's run the filter up a little bit. And then just use the drive to add saturation. They just nailed it. They proper nailed it. So there's all sorts of different. So analog tape. Let's see what we got here. Crappy radio. If anyone is interested in what the organ is as well, I'll just pin that. It's Contact. It's one of the classic. Where are they? Vintage organs here. You could change the type to maybe theatre and entertainment. See what this is. Some distortion, got some drive in here. So loads of cool stuff going on with that. So now with this Latino. So with this last one here, I've got this patch from, I'm just going to switch that off as well. I've got this patch from Labs. I'm just going to have to select it down here. So from Spitfire Audio's Labs, which is free, of course. And no effect on this at all at the moment. Volume of that up a little bit. This is a really lovely, more modern type patch. So if we switch on Mellow Lo-Fi, add some flutter. Let's drum the output up a bit. You can really hear it on a synth. So without. And then with. So let's just switch that off for a moment. And I want to show you also as well the Arturia Rev Plate 140. Sorry, I need to turn it on. Rev Plate 140, which is an emulation of an EMT plate, big EMT plate reverb, the big one, the big monster. And I shall, have I got this turned on? I think I have. Yeah, listen to this. Right, so switch it off. So this is another one that come out a lot, obviously the hardware a long time ago, but listen to this, just listen to the sides of the, it's just amazing. So let's blend that with the, oh, we are blending it with the, no, we're not with bypass, so. Beautiful. Okay. So next in the chain for this, we shall open REELS and choose an echo patch. We'll call it, I don't know. Let's see, what's this one? Retro. High vortex. So we can really mess this sound up from its original. If we go back to the Mellotron now, of course, and then drag the flutter up as well and all the rest of it, and but full bore would just be madness. Now you just create an ambience. And okay, so actually we won't. What we'll do is we'll go back to more sensible patches. So we'll just initialize that one. I'm going to take out the Rev Plate. I'm going to open up this and set this at something a bit more sensible for the moment. Less of that on this. Take the drive and the tone off. And I'm going to swap out the instrument for with my There's Contact. I'm going to swap out Labs for Contact and open it up and choose a an ordinary piano sound, because I want to show you some other vintage stuff that's very cool. So just the, not that, where is it? Here we go. I'm just going to use from orchestral. Is it an orchestral? No. Was it keyboard instruments? Yeah, this will do. This is just a grand piano from Contact, the basic one. Actually, I don't like that much. I'm going to choose a better one than that. I'll use. I took some of them off because of the size of them while I was messing with other stuff, so I'm not sure where some of them may be. I'll use the Maverick, I think. So I'll just replace that with this. This is another nice piano. Just gotta wait for it to load. So yeah, I love this lo-fi stuff. You see the Mellow lo-fi, that was a freebie. It was really nice. But then obviously they put it up. I don't have a video on Vital Synth. No, I don't. Oh, it's nearly loaded. Look, they take ages to load because they're huge, but once they're loaded, they're a done deal. So we'll have our sound back. I'm gonna not have the reverb on or anything like that. I'm gonna leave it just as it is. This is lovely. And like, we have got reels going on, so you can hear it's just like having it with a tape. I'll have to have a look at that. So, and then we can I think we can probably get away with turning the noise down a little bit on that. I'll just keep this open, so. I'll turn this on, sync it up. I'll have it on 1.8 dotted, but I'll take the level down. I think half and half with the mix. So there's another one I want to show you from Eventide, which is a really old, based on very, very old hardware, but it's just lovely. It's a really lovely. I'm going to put this directly after the piano. It's a really lovely reverb, vintage kind of reverb called the SP2016. Listen to that. I'll turn the microphone down. This is just lovely. It's really lovely. It's a lovely reverb. See what I mean? It's just absolutely brilliant if you get the proper plugins. I love this reverb. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Just loads and loads of presets. I don't know how much it is actually, to be honest. So you notice the difference massively. Don't forget we're also pushing this piano through REELS. If we turn REELS and there's just the piano sound as it is. Which is great, obviously. But if we go in and unbypass this now, and this is just a room setting, it's very good. But they're very good at making effects. I mean, to make hardware effects. This was originally an old piece of hardware that they made, you know. So listen again. We can go wet and dry mix and stuff. It's really great. If you're on about the actual reverb, Stephen, do you need to go to Eventide's website, I think. Guys, thank you very much for joining me, where we took a look at some vintage stuff. I mean, we could go on. There's a very good reverb, actually, very clever reverb that they made. Let me just see if I can demo this on my voice. It might be easier. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me see what's going on. Mono, line 1 in. That's me. Hang on, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Okay, so now you can hear me through Reason. I'll just turn that down a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's an effect they put out. Do you remember? Oh gosh, what was it now? It's a Bowie track. Tony, was it? I think was it Heroes? It was a Bowie track that they. Let me just sort this out. Right. We got a bypass on this. Okay, I'll just turn it off here. I think it was either Bowie, but it was about one of the famous Bowie tracks, and they ran out of tracks to actually. They ran out of tracks to do the actual vocals with, and Tony Visconti come up with this brilliant idea of recording one vocal track but placing like mics in different positions in the room like that. And let's see, so we've got vocals, Heroes it was, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so they got Bowie to sing obviously into the main mic, and because of the reverb of the room, they recorded the extra stuff with the other microphones, and it sounded like it was double tracks. And that's how they did it. It's really good. So they made this thing called T-Verb, Eventide, to simulate that room that Tony Visconti used to record Bowie's vocals. 1, 1, 1, 1. You see how clever it is, how it gates at the lower things like that. Not so much reverb. But when you start shouting, so he'd sing the first part really quiet like this. We're going to be heroes. Do you know what I mean? That kind of vibe. That's how they did it, which is really, really, really smart. So if you think, if the quieter your sound, the more gated it is. So it never ends up getting near these back mics in the room. And you can have you can set the gate thresholds like this. 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. So hardly anything until you shout, and then you hear the back mics pick up the actual signal, which is super clever. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, awesome stuff, guys. Thank you very, very, very much for joining me this evening, where we did have a look at some of this very cool vintage stuff. That you can get and use. We're mainly focused on REELS and Tape MELLO Lo-Fi, which are really, really great. Anyway, sing, Doug, sing. Thanks. We could be... Well, it's really clever, isn't it? Look, talk really quiet and you're not going to get any reflections or anything back. But when you talk louder, it picks up... These back mics pick it up as well, and you can change the position of the mics in the room and stuff. I mean, this is... proper techie stuff, but you know, there you go. Anyway, I shall play for a couple of minutes, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Let's put REELS back on. Let's put a bit more reverb on as well, shall we? Okay. Awesome stuff. I'll just mute the microphone, guys, and I will see you all. I will see you tomorrow, where we will be demoing something brand new for iOS. Yes, a brand new synth. Can you guess what that might be? See you guys later. Ta-ra.